wrestling fans, welcome to this week's edition of Superstars of the Ring. We are just a couple of weeks away from Wrestlebash 26. That is coming to us on August 26th, Callahan, Florida, at the West Nassau High School, and it's going to be an epic event. All sorts of title matches. We're going to go through that in this episode. One of the things that will be happening at Wrestlebash 26 is we will be signing a brand new superstar here in CCW. Now, last year, we had an open tryout, and the winner of the open tryout got free tuition to the CCW training school, and the winner of that was a young man named Landon Crews, and he will be at WrestleBash 26 to sign his official contract. Now, also, with Landon Crews, we have been filming a documentary about him and his way up through here in CCW, through training and getting kind of his mindset, a little behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to be a CCW superstar. And we will be airing that at some point in the future. We do, however, have a small trailer, a little snippet to get you guys interested, get you excited about Landon Crews. So without further ado, let's take you to this trailer that we have about CCW's newest superstar, Landon Crews.
Wrestling, I would say, has been in my life since I was 7 years old. I was hooked from the beginning. I loved everything about it.
He's one of the most dedicated, most passionate athletes that we have here at the gym, and I think that passion is really going to be showcased in the ring, wrestling for CCW.
My name is Landon Crews, and I am the youngest superstar in CCW.
Welcome back, fans. Landon Crews is going to be one of the newest up-and-comers here in CCW, and like I said, he will be at WrestleBash to sign his official CCW contract. It's going to be very exciting. Now, another guy who is going to be at WrestleBash 26, of course, is legendary Chris Turner. He's going to be tagging up with Jackson Castle as they take on Marcus James and Toxic of the Society of Sin. Those guys are the CCW Tag Team Champions, and this will be for the Tag Team Championship. It's going to be a big match, of course. We are all very familiar with the feud between Chris Turner and Society of Sin, and now Jackson Castle is actually a part of that. He's been attacked a few different times in the past by the Society of Sin, so that match will be a big showdown. The Tag Team Championship on the line. Jackson Castle and Chris Turner taking on Marcus James and Toxic. Now, Chris Turner is in our match of the week this week. He recently had a match with the Russian Assassin, and the Assassin up to his old antics again, trying all he can to get under the skin of the CCW fans and Chris Turner. But without further ado, guys, let's take you away to the match of the week. Chris Turner taking on the Russian Assassin.
First from the Soviet Union. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Russian Assassin. It is a move. He is the former CCW champion, former tag team champion. With over 27 years in wrestling, this is the legendary rock and roll Chris Turner.
And there we see, guys, there is legendary Chris Turner. The fans love Chris Turner. And he is getting ready to take on the Russian. Chris Turner always taking the time to say hello to all the fans.
Legendary rock and roll Chris Turner.
Turner is a veteran of over 20 years here in wrestling.
probably the most popular superstar in the history of CCW.
USA!
He gets ready to tie up with the Russian Assassin. And the Assassin saying that Turner was pulling his hair.
USA!
Not sure how that's possible. Another tie-up. Turner again showing that string, pushing him back into the corner. And again, the Assassin saying he was pulling on him. Clearly he wasn't. Turner was probably wondering if he was actually going to have wrestling in this match. Tie up again, and this time the Russian Assassin pushing him in the corner. He actually was pulling on the hair of Turner, but the ref did not see it. But he made a mistake, and now Turner capitalizing. A clothesline, another clothesline, and the Russian Assassin escapes to the outside of the ring. Russian Assassin just taking his time. Very little wrestling we've seen so far. Chris Turner has been on top. Finally, the Assassin getting back into the ring. They tie up. He goes to work on that left arm of the Russian Assassin. And a rake of the eyes. A dirty move by the Russian Assassin. And he just kicks him right in the side of the head. Chris Turner's head may have bounced off that hard floor. Turner gets back into the ring, and the Russian Assassin going on the attack again. Whips him into the ropes, and a sleeper hold. He's got that sleeper hold clinched in on Chris Turner. Turner doing all he can to stay awake. He starts driving the elbow into the gut of the Russian Assassin, breaks the hold. And the rocket drop, there it is, and that's it. That's got to be it. 1, 2, and 3. Chris Turner, showing that experience, comes away with a victory after hitting that rock and drop of the Russian Assassin.
Have you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler? Have you ever dreamed of making it to the top and wearing championship gold? Well, here is your opportunity. Email us today and customer service at ccwrestling.biz. The CCW Training School is accepting new students now. Start your journey today on your way to greatness.
Welcome back, fans. There we saw Chris Turner coming away with that victory over the Russian Assassin. He is pumped up, of course, for Wrestlebash 26. Now, a couple of other matches that we can announce now. Of course, Daniel Anderson, the multi-generational superstar here in CCW and former champion, is going to be squaring off with Kikino Palomalo at Wrestlebash 26. He, of course, is part of the Diamond Exchange led by Diamond Dave, and we recently caught up with Diamond Dave, and as usual, there's no shortage of words for Mr. Diamond Dave, and we're going to take you away to Diamond Dave and his thoughts on Wrestlebash 26.
Wrestlebash 26 on August 26th at the West Nassau High School. Well, let me tell you something. Wrestlebash is where I always made a statement. Wrestlebash is my claim to fame. I've managed 8 world champions. I've managed 4, count them, 4 world tag team champions. And the CCW has the gall not to even have us right here on the headlines. They don't even have us on the marquee. Look at the picture. Who are these guys? Better yet, who are we even wrestling that night? Here's another no-name coming in here, trying to steal our pride, trying to steal our glory. Let me tell you something. We've been fed up. We've been Shanghai. We've been hoodwinked the whole time we've been together in CCW. I'm telling you right now, I've changed Daniel Anderson on the night I was honored at a previous Wrestlebash. He came up to me, and I knew there was a certain sparkle in his eye when he said, "Diamond Dave, I wish I always had a manager like you to take me to the top." And that's what I did. He's a former champion. He should be right up here on the top. His picture should be in here, along with the Diamond Exchange. Well, let me tell you, that night, we're going to go out there and do our job. And afterwards, we've got a big statement to make.
Welcome back, fans. Wrestlebash 26, of course, is also where CCW honors their stars of the past. And this year, we will be inducting Mark Bass, the Cowboy, into the CCW Hall of Honor. He's been one of the most brilliant superstars we've had in CCW, a force of power, a force to be reckoned with throughout his entire career here. And he's going to be in the 2017 class, the Hall of Honor. And we have a little video package to refamiliarize you guys with Mark Bass. So let's show you that now.
This year's 2017 inductee into the CCW Hall of Honor should be no stranger to longtime fans of Continental Championship Wrestling. This year, we induct Mark Bass into the Hall of Honor. Bass started in 1999 under the name of Skull, not wanting to ride on the legendary Bass family name. In his first 2 years of professional wrestling, Bass won his first tag team championship with partner Striker. After winning the championship, Bass decided to take on the family name and quickly became known as one of the toughest men in professional wrestling. In 2011, Bass was forced to retire with a debilitating back injury, but not before leaving an impact across the landscape of Continental Championship Wrestling. In 2017, we are proud to welcome Mark Bass into the Hall of Honor.
Welcome back, fans. This is part of the episode where we normally will show Frankly with Frankie by Frankie Morris, but he has been training. He's been preparing for his big battle at Wrestlebash 26 as he's going to take on the silent film star Donnie Bronson in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. These guys have been putting together some of the best matches that we have ever seen in CCW, so I expect this match at Wrestlebash is going to be one of the best of all time between those two guys. Now, of course, Also at Wrestlebash, the Southern States Championship will be on the line as Shooter McGee looks to take on Dante Steele for the Southern States Championship. Shooter McGee is loved by the fans, and Dante Steele is hated by basically everybody. So emotions will run high in that match, but Shooter McGee looks to take on and win the Southern States Championship. I mentioned earlier the Tag Team Championship is on the line as Chris Turner and Jackson Castle look to take it away from Marcus James and Toxic. That will be an epic battle, as we all have come to expect from Chris Turner and Society of Sin. Now, of course, the Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as Jamie McKinnon, the Outlaw, looks to defend his title against the Jesus Freak Logan Stevens in a feud that's been boiling over for months now. We saw Logan Stevens last week. He is a man unhinged, unlike anything we have ever seen before out of him. So we know that battle is going to be absolutely insane. The Alternative Championship will be on the line as well. Skylark, the High Flyer, also the Alternative Champion, will have to defend his title not against one, not against two, but against three competitors. It's a four-way dance, title on a pole match for the Alternative Championship. And of course, these Alternative Championship matches are always crazy. Something always happens that's absolutely insane. And that's pretty much what we're going to expect out of this match. Skylark has been known to pull out some crazy moves, and we hope to see that again here at WrestleBash 26. We'll have more announcements about more things happening at WrestleBash, but join us on August 26th in Callahan, Florida at the West Nassau High School for WrestleBash 26. It's going to be the biggest WrestleBash of all time, and we can't wait to bring it to you. We hope to see you guys there. Tickets are available now. Contact us at ccwrestling.biz, and we will hook you guys up. You want to get you a ringside seat for this big event. That's going to wrap up this week's episode. We will see you guys next week with more WrestleBash news here in CCW. It's going to be great. We can't wait. We'll see you next week.